The time has come. Execute Podcast 66.
Dude, they do smile like that.
I feel called out. You stop it.
It's true though. They do be smiling like that. Name an anime character that doesn't smile with their eyes shut. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan.
There's not much smiling going on in Attack on Titan, so it's not really.
Exactly. No. You said, and I quote, name me an anime character. You said an anime character who doesn't smile. Levi does not smile. Thank you very much.
I said
Your Honor,
they all smile with their eyes shut. I said name an anime character that doesn't smile with their eyes shut. They all pull the same smile.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Wait. No, your case. You twisted the facts. That wasn't their argumentation. 1, 2. So we're gonna start arguments. Ready?
Oh God.
Foot race, Sonic or the Flash?
Wait, what?
Well, the Flash can travel through time, so it's not really.
Wait, no, hold on.
Wait a minute. So can Sonic?
Yeah.
With help.
Wait, are you asking? Wait, hold on. Damn it. Are you asking which one's stronger?
No, which one's faster?
That's a good question. Probably Sonic. I mean.
Okay, for starters.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Flash is faster. Sonic can only go fast as Sonic sound. The Flash can go way past that level.
No, that's not true. Sonic has traveled far faster than the speed of light, actually so fast that they've cracked the multiverse, traveled through time, and actually outran time itself.
So is the Flash. Okay, wait, no, not for that last one.
No, he hasn't.
No, he has. Which is why I actually say both Flash and Sonic are
on par with each other?
Incalculable, which means they would tie in a foot race. Neither one of them can beat the other because both of them can achieve.
Not necessarily.
Hold on. Hold on, I've got one for you then. Who would win in a fight against Sonic and Flash?
Flash.
Sonic.
I said Flash. Because he has that thing with he vibrate his hand through people. That's most of a reverse Flash move, but he can do it too.
Sonic can't even run on water. I'm sorry to tell you, he cannot
Sonic can run on water. You don't know anything about Sonic. Stop talking.
How many times has he drowned in the video game? Just saying.
Just because he drowns in the... Wait, hold on. Just because he drowns in the games does not mean he cannot run on water. It's been proven in media that he can.
I was going to say, if you're taking Sonic from the video games, then I'll take Flash from the video games, who can't even run up a building properly.
Exactly. Like, Flash in fucking Injustice, the motherfucker can't even run up walls or run up buildings.
Okay,
I told you I would start an argument.
Demi. It's like you're trying to give me a heart attack.
No, just myself.
It depends on the media, because he can in the Flash TV show.
Well,
I didn't give a. Wait a
minute, I didn't give a stipulation.
Yeah, he can go something.
Yes, yeah, so it's open season.
I said Flash or Sonic, which means you would include all media.
No, well, okay.
Let's say live action. Let's just say live action. No video game, no comics. Let's just stick to live action.
Okay.
Then
Sonic would win.
Sonic would crush if we're doing only live media.
No. Yeah. If we're only doing... Hold on. Because there are certain things that a physical human body would not be able to endure. It doesn't matter how many times you've done it. It doesn't matter how long you've done it for. It would not be able to endure it. I was going to say
a single arrow from the Green Arrow in media was enough to stop Flash from running for 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sonic has crashed through buildings, robots made of titanium. Sonic would completely obliterate Flash if we're only going off of video media.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just lazy writing, though.
Well, no, it's not. That's why I didn't make the stipulation of only media. That was Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
It's not because he's he's been able to plow through those objects because he's got that speed going for him, and he's this kinetic ball of energy that he generates from running. It's not
No,
because he's
that's
that
not true.
strong or
That's
that
not
durable.
true. In the first,
That's false.
That's not true. In the first movie, a nanobomb went off in Sonic's face, and Sonic still got back up.
Mm-hmm.
So no, if you're going off of just media, Sonic beats the living hell out of Flash, which is why I would never limit it to that. I limit it to nothing. Everything that's been written about both Sonic and Flash is viable, and when you use everything that's been written about them, they're equidistant.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, equivalent.
Yeah, they're both equivalent to one another. But if you're thinking just like TV shows, then no, Sonic wins hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he took a dark punch from Shadow and still got back up.
He took a chaos punch from Shadow, and
That's
he
what
wasn't
I'm
even in
yeah.
supersonic form.
It wasn't. It was just base Sonic form. He took a dark punch from Shadow and that was it. He was up.
If you don't believe me, go look at Death Battle. They tell how fast Sonic can move. He's max speed, and compared to the Flash can move way faster. And those guys crunch the numbers.
Are you talking about Unalive Battle? They
Death Battle.
Unalive Battle.
Unalive!
TikTok friendly language.
Hello. Hold on.
Yeah, they crunched the numbers and they said this was an incalculable fight, but not. It would depend on who traveled through time the most. I already watched the battle, and they said either one of the competitors could have won. They're equal. Flash is the fan favorite. Unalive Battle is not the end all be all of answering. They've gotten so many of them wrong.
Okay.
Of course,
So,
we all
Flash
know the
is-
real question would be
What's
who
that?
wins in a race between Flash and Quicksilver.
The price that they're offering.
Oh, hold up.
Embarrassing for them. Wait, what was the question?
Flash versus Quicksilver.
Flash.
I don't think Quicksilver's actually achieved. I'm not the biggest Quicksilver fan, but
Hold on.
in writing that I know of, I'm pretty sure Flash does win that.
Okay, hold on.
Are we forgetting the time in a bottle scene from
No,
Days of
Flash.
Future
Wait,
Past?
hold
Which is
on.
about to go up.
Hold on.
He can't even dodge bullets. He dies in the original storyline.
Fucking offering.
What the?
Hold on.
That was Age of Ultron. I mean,
I
like
was gonna
X-Men
say
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver can easily outrun bullets, and the only reason he got hit by the bullet was because he was saving somebody else's life, and it was written into the plot.
And top line. I'm sorry, but it's true. Anyway, Flash, particularly Barry Allen, can manipulate his speed and use it to phase through objects. Through objects become invisible and not even travel through time. His speed is often described as being at the speed of light or even faster, with some versions reaching into the realm of hyperspeed. Quicksilver, on the other hand, he's typically on the scale of around Mach 5, around 6,171 kilometers or higher, kilometers an hour or higher. While he can be faster than that, he doesn't reach the same levels of hyperspeed as what does Flash. The Flash's super speed is powered by the Speed Force, a cosmic energy field that allows him to access incredible speeds and other related abilities. Quicksilver's super speed is primarily a physical attribute, though he does have some connections to the Speed Force in some iterations of the comics. So
Actually,
again,
the funniest part about what Thomas brought up, bringing up Unalive Battle, is they even admitted that Sonic would crush Flash if Flash didn't start draining speed off of Sonic. He would have to use the Speed Force to continually drain Sonic's speed until he finally overtook Sonic.
Then she had the audacity to tell me that I had no experience in the fucking field.
I'm sorry, what?
I was like,
I need to go pee. Can you take over the live? And then you can rant to me?
hello everyone. It's me,
Hey,
your favorite guest host.
Gingerhead Man, what's up?
It's not Ginger anymore.
I am aware of this. I am indifferent.
You're different about it? You don't like it?
Nah, it looks alright. I mean, it looks like a unicorn exploded, but it's alright.
That's the whole point.
Also, hey, Ziv.
All right.
Hello, I don't know who all is here.
All right. All right.
Anyway, I was saying with Quicksilver, y'all don't remember that scene in, what's this, Apocalypse, where he outran a literal explosion and then got people out to safety while also taking the time to take a sip of tab, have a slice of pizza, and then scope the whole damn mansion before the place went up in flames?
Yeah, I remember that. And also, what you also have to think about is Quicksilver can also pause time in the movies.
That's not how it works.
Why are y'all fighting about superheroes you will never meet?
Ask Demi. She's the one who started this.
Demi started it.
All right. How about Speedy Gonzalez? Cartoon stupid fast. That's stupid fast.
He's
Speedy
more like
Gonzalez
speed of
versus
sound.
Math.
You know,
Hold
like,
on.
Are you sure? Because he doesn't remove and then he's gone.
yeah, that's what
We
I'm
had to see
saying.
the Flash.
That's what I'm saying. He's fast, but he's more like speed of sound fast. You know, like you just see a dust trail when he takes off. You know, like he's fast, but he's not in the conversation.
He's fast, but he's not in the conversation for Speedy Gonzalez, dear.
Oh, I was gonna say if you want to bring something like that, technically Speedy Gonzalez wins everything because he uses tune physics and can just stop everyone else from running.
Here's a good one. Speedy Gonzalez or the Roadrunner?
Ooh.
Speedy or Roadrunner?
Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh.
Hands down.
I think Speedy wins. Speedy's been shown to literally stop his opponents. Like basically like cheater level.
Speedy or Evil Flash?
Speedy! Evil Flash is awful.
Wait, hold on. Yeah.
I say Roadrunner.
Why?
Well, for starters, there was that one gag where Wile E. Coyote painted the side of a mountain to look like a tunnel, and he just ran right on through as if it was a tunnel. That would infer that he ran so fast that he pulled that flash trick of phasing right through what in essence was a brick
Oh, I
wall.
thought you said it came out to like 740.
Actually, I can see it in my mind because Roadrunner, he'll run a rocket. And rockets what? Go like 1,000 per mile or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Speedy Gonzalez came around a rocket. It caught up to him.
What about a red rocket?
There was
This isn't Fallout.
no, this ain't Fallout. It's
No.
there was a gag where Wile E. Coyote got an Acme rocket,
All right,
and
well,
you know.
while you all argue, I'm gonna be AFK on mute for a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, as I
Okay.
was saying, like Roadrunner's got this in the bag. I'm saying because he's that fast. It's not even a case of he's just that fast going in a straight line. He's been shown to like zigzag and go up mountains and such, and be so fast that gravity doesn't affect him like it does Wile E. Coyote. Which,
Here's the point.
yeah,
All right, hold on then. Man on the Moon. Raiden, right? Raiden versus Wolverine.
wait, Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
No, Raiden from Metal Gear.
It depends
Oh,
on Wolverine we're
Raiden.
talking
Oh,
about.
I mean, he got that sword that can theoretically cut through anything, but Wolverine's got adamantium, so it's like there's not really much.
Raiden has Jack the Ripper.
Raiden is Jack the Ripper, and Jack the Ripper.
No. In the give me a second. In the Revengeance iteration, it's actually confirmed to say that he has an alternate form of Jack the Ripper. It's not the fact that that's one of his abilities. It's literally just an alternate form. It's more of a case of he has to be injured enough to activate it. So if it's a case of like, well,
And then she
if
told me
Wolverine
that
has,
asking for $21 as a CNA is
Keep going.
if it's a case of well, Wolverine's able to fucking pound him or ground and pound him, then yeah, Wolverine stands no chance. His stamina would already be drained by like maybe 50%. On top of that, think about how long it takes for him to heal anyway.
Are we talking about comics Wolverine or the movie Wolverine?
Movies.
Yeah.
Movies.
Then Wolverine's gonna lose. I'm sorry, he's way too slow.
Yeah,
I was
Riding from Metal Gear. That's okay. Metal Gear Revengeance. I give him props. He bad. He been cutting up Metal Gear Rays and shit. But like
exactly. All while doing this without the Masamune. One of the stronger swords.
Yeah.
All right, so
Can't
Wanda
forgive those high
Maximoff
heels, though.
or Raven?
Wait,
Raven.
Wanda versus
Wanda's
Raven.
too emotional.
Yeah.
Raven's
Wanda can warp reality.
Oh, hang on.
So can Raven. That's why I put this one together.
You're mine.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Wanda did that. Literally, all this woman said was no more mutants. And every mutant all over the world got wiped out.
Now, to be fair, that was being empowered by the Phoenix Force. It was still Wanda's achievement, but she was boosted with the Phoenix Force.
And that Wanda is not the most powerful one. Oh, that's like the weakest one. It's the most powerful out there.
Not technically.
You're okay.
Not when you take all the comics together. At one point in time, what was his name? Franklin.
Yeah,
was more
Wanda was.
powerful, but Wanda's more
Ow,
powerful.
ow, release.
Wanda's more
Jesus,
powerful
you fucking
now.
whore.
Wanda's son.
And you,
God, what
the
is his
actual
name?
whore.
He's
Shut up.
married to the. What is it?
Peter Maximoff or Piotr or something.
Pierre Maximoff.
Yeah, but what's Wiccan?
Wiccan.
Oh, wait.
Wick.
Hold on.
Wiccan. He was on that Agatha show.
Yeah, he was more powerful than Wanda at one point, but Wanda has, unlike other characters, had glow up after glow up. She hasn't typically lost
I'm gonna go
much.
give this to your mom.
Yeah, she probably wants it in the normal spot. Do you know where that goes?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, I got a fight for you guys. Wolverine against Sephiroth.
Against who?
Sephiroth.
Safra.
I can't say his name right. He's from the Final Fantasy series.
You mean Sephiroth?
He has there you go.
I like how all three of us heard that and our ears pricked up. Like Sephiroth.
I was gonna say a better fight would be who's the guy in Devil May Cry that wears the blue? Vergil. Versus Sephiroth is a far better fight. Sephiroth beat the living shit. Sephiroth probably couldn't kill Wolverine, but would just trap him in another dimension.
He would. And on top of that, with Vergil being an older
from Twilight.
Hold on.
Nobody cares about Jacob.
With
Jacob would get gutted.
so wait, hold on, man. So with me playing Final Fantasy VII on repeat, plus playing the DMC series on repeat, I have a good amount of knowledge on Vergil. If we're talking originals, 1, 2, 3 Vergil, he wins hands down. Hands down, he wins.
Against Sephiroth now.
Hold on. He would actually. He would, because of the fact that when you take into account of exactly what he does, it shouldn't come as a surprise. I mean, he's able to put a warp to about 2 different dimensions. He'd be able to trap Sephiroth in a different dimension.
Wait, Sephiroth can do the same thing. Sephiroth can literally cut through dimensional fields.
Vergil got the Yamato sword. Not to mention those gauntlets and those boots. Okay, granted he loses them in 3, and Dante has them, but still.
I'm trying to have a conversation, dear.
I'm asking questions relevant to the conversation.
Yes, but I can't listen to them and you at the same time.
You're my wife.
Do you guys need a moment?
I was thinking same.
But no, they covered all that. Like I said, that unalive battle is not the end. That's mine.
No, this is yours.
Is not the end all be all answer, but they covered every single part of that, and Sephiroth outperforms Vergil in pretty much every feat.
Not if he goes into that devil trigger mode.
Yeah, he does. Sephiroth has one-wing angel mode.
It'd be an interesting.
Alright.
Wait. What about
Wait a minute. Have you
when
all
he's
not watched the
Urizen?
unalive battle between Vergil and Sephiroth? It's really well animated.
I have not. No.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
I'm honestly okay. So I'm honestly just going by my logic. Yeah. I'm honestly just going by my knowledge of the fucking games. Like if we compare DMC5 Vergil against say DMC5 Dante, that would be an equivalent fight.
That's
They're
in the
both-
video game.
In the sense of they're both as strong as each other, and that's the problem. It's going to be equivalent because they're both brothers at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's fine. Sephiroth can 2v1 them.
How long did you put the
Nah. I don't see it.
20 minutes and 375.
I don't see it. I think you're giving this man too much credit. The glazing is ridiculous out here.
I think you don't understand how powerful Sephiroth is. He is
Like,
the
honestly.
broken character.
air fryer or bake?
He
I
lost
do
to a
not
little
think.
boy in Kingdom Hearts, so he can't be that powerful.
You want to talk about broken characters? Sora is like the epitome of broken.
Sora is literally the most broken fucking character of all time.
I was gonna say, Sora is the one punch man of the fucking Square
Literally.
Enix world. Jesus.
Literally. Sora can quite literally just fucking punch somebody and that's it. They gone. They resting with Jesus. He's that powerful.
I mean, if we get really technical, we can get really funny. So, do any of you think you're as strong as Misty from Pokemon?
Oh fuck no.
No.
Oh, okay. Have you seen this before?
I have, yeah.
She just carried around like 8,000-pound fucking Pokemon like they're toys.
Pretty much. Especially in the Pokeballs, and the Pokeballs had a good amount of weight, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Gosh, catch him. You're playing your not
So
We got dad jokes,
here's
yo.
a debate. Who will win, a lightsaber or a Keyblade?
Keyblade.
Keyblade, easy.
Really?
Really.
Yeah, because it's magic infused, and the lightsaber
Yeah.
could never even touch it.
Honestly.
The Keyblade was.
The lightsaber would more than likely end up breaking.
I was gonna
Mainly
say
because the
they
Kyber
would
crystals-
clash, and the Kyber crystal would shatter.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
Like,
but a
as
Keyblade can't break, though. A Keyblade can't break. We seen, what's his name break it? What's his name? They broke in Kingdom Hearts 3. Who broke it?
I don't know, what's his name?
Riku broke his Keyblade in Keyblade 3, and a bunch of darkness is broken.
Wait.
Darkness are not that strong.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah. Completely forgot about that.
Wait, what key? Hold on.
Go watch Kingdom Hearts 3, and he breaks a Keyblade.
Yeah, but was it wielded by Sora?
I don't think
No.
so. I think it was Riku.
Riku is a master, and Sora's not.
It says so right here. When Riku and
Sora
Miki
is so
broke
much
their
stronger than
Keyblades, they
Riku,
forged
and
new
I love
ones.
Riku, I'm sorry.
Hey, I like Riku too.
Yeah, but he's not stronger than Sora. That's what Demi's saying.
Remember, get it memorized.
Yeah, so you're forgetting the entire story. Riku's Keyblade, the way Dawn broke while he was in the realm of darkness because he was struggling with darkness. He had no light to infuse the Keyblade. Keyblades are pure light and goodness.
It broke.
That's
though.
not true. Cause what's his name? Wields a Keyblade. What's his name? The old man.
Yeah, anybody can wield it, but if you're not wielding it from a good side, they're not as strong. That's why
Yeah.
Sora's is broken, because Sora is the epitome of goodness and hope.
So it's like the
Sora's never
lantern
Kingdom
ring.
Hearts fans.
You picked the wrong person. I've played every Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts.
To me, the worst one is Chicken Memories. I hated that one. I cannot play that one for beans. Chicken Memories gotta be the worst Kingdom Hearts game ever.
Not to mention Donald Duck casts a flare stronger than Bahamut. Like, these characters are broken.
They're Disney characters. What do you expect?
Goofy has more of my respect.
Zeta Flare or something like that. He was like, yeah, Bahamut, I'm better.
I'm sorry, but Goofy's my backup guy. Put Donald aside. Put Donald in the trash. I'm sorry. I'm not a big Donald fan. Goofy's my character. I take him into battle.
I was talking about magical feats.
Come on. Goofy is powerful. You know how he saved your butt a couple times in the battle? Donald's like just sitting there trying to heal Goofy.
Goofy doesn't make sense as a character.
Not only this, but by Kingdom Hearts lore, a reason a Keyblade might be broken or left behind indicates it's no longer compatible with the user.
I have butts on my socks.
What the?
Oh,
Okay.
I love my husband.
You know it's gonna be sad when Sora puts down the Keyblade and we're gonna get a new character and people are gonna hate it.
They already tried that, and that's why Sora came back.
I know. He got a lot of hate mail.
Kind of had the same thing happen with Nero and like after DMC 4.
Well, I mean, every time they try to get rid of a beloved character, I mean, Gohan was supposed to take over for Goku, and they got so much hate for that.
Nero's not that interesting.
The puppy.
I'm not gonna go that.
He's not even that cool.
I'm not gonna talk about Dragon Ball Z. That's too topic, too subject. People are too touchy.
I swear, if you bite my cheek, I'm gonna
bite
punch
your
you.
cheek. I was gonna lick it.
No, the amount of saliva that you have come out of your mouth.
Do y'all need a minute? I mean, we can.
Yeah, really.
Superpower. I can just make anyone extremely uncomfortable by simply just licking something and showing them how much saliva comes out.
No licking. You're not licking tongue.
Ow!
Whore. But being a whore. But being a whore. You're worse than your mother was in the military. But being a whore. But being a whore.
Wow, you did not just say that on the live just because I
TMI,
was
man.
one.
You might too much know.
Z was gonna say something. I was
I
saying
mean,
that Nero's
you can't
not
say
that
that
interesting
word.
a dude, and you kept trying to say something. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, if you want to talk about a character that was very much uninteresting, Vergil from DMC Reboot.
Oh yeah, the reap that sucked. Dante, fucking.
You know, when I
He went against his own
live or you're
fucking
even just in a Discord
morals!
call, you lose your shit on me. But
What
I'm literally
morals?
hosting a
The
live.
dude flatlined an
You
unborn
can't
baby.
chill the fuck out.
I want cuddles.
You don't always get what you want. Get the fuck away from me.
What are we listening to?
They're cuddling.
Hey!
He's trying to bring it in. He's trying to
Give
bring
me
it
my
in. She's
hat
like,
back.
get away.
You look better in this one.
I don't want Kaze's hat.
I have lost my train of thought. Where were we?
Ow!
But no, but like I was saying, Man on Moon. So, putting it this way, right? Vergil doesn't even use anything like a weapon. He just uses Yamato. And to say that he outright used a fucking pew-pew on a pregnant demon lady went over the line.
Yeah, I mean they're supposed to be the good. Granted,
He's
you know.
meant to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't let me do that.
Even when he was a bad
meant to be
guy,
the
he was
fucking
still.
voice of reason.
He still had morals, even as a villain. Even in the earlier games, even when he was a straight up villain, he still had like a code he followed.
Yeah, he had a code of ethics and a code of morals.
That remake was trash.
He
No, that
unalived
reboot was trash.
Mundus's wife without even thinking about it. He shot her straight in the womb and then in the head. And the game is like, yeah, fuck Vergil. He doesn't need morals. He doesn't need ethics. Like, the fuck? Yes, he does. That's what makes him him. He still thought that humanity was so below him that they all just deserved to be living in the underworld in the old games. But he was passionate about it. He had compassion. It's why Dante was so irritable every single time they both fought, and that's what made it fun. That's what made it interesting. And the fact that the reboot had fucked that all up is what really annoyed me the most. Because I was like, you're taking a character that you love to absolute everything, and you are willing to do anything just to make sure that he is not around. Like, this is sounding very much like friggin' Rocksteady and Jason Todd.
Who?
He's the third Robin. Wait, is that third or second?
No.
I don't know. You said Rocksteady, and then I thought you were having Jason Todd fight a rhino from
Rocksteady.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
no. He means the video game company Rocksteady. They made the Arkham games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Like,
fan of
I need
those.
to go do a play. I have every one of the Batman games. I got them in a bundle that was gifted to me. I need to go back and play through all of them one of these days.
Arkham City is the
I mean, I've
best.
just completed 100% of Arkham City, so...
Dang.
You even
Yeah, it
got
took me
all the
4.5
Riddler puzzles?
years. I got all the Riddler challenges, all the Riddler puzzles. I literally got all the medals. I literally did everything.
You had a lot of time on
How
your
do you feel
hands.
people would do
I
because
literally
speed
sat
runs
this
and
out for like 5 years, my dudes.
Z, did you go watch the video yet? It's 27 minutes long. Go.
No!
The last game I can recall 100%ing was RDR2. That shit made me feel good.
Another one that I've done is actually Elden Ring. I did Elden Ring.
No bite.
Elden Ring?
I won't bite.
Elden Ring, yeah. I 100% did Elden Ring before Night Rain came out.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
Anyway, you were saying, with that reboot,
Yeah.
I knew the reboot was going to be problems the moment they had that scene where he's at like the fairground and this Ferris wheel blows by and then a white wig lands on his head and he goes,
Like,
not in a million years.
I knew the reboot was going to be a problem as soon as we saw that Dante didn't have white hair. I was like, I don't mind. Okay, so I understand what Ninja Theory were going for. They were going for a prequel game. But on the other hand, it was not needed. Mundus was already in 1, 2, 3, 4. He did not have to be reintroduced as a different character. Like, yes, I understand that demons can take the multiple forms, and yet, at the end of the day, it does not fucking matter because he was already associated as an evil banker. And I'm glad that they kept that aesthetic, but that's all they kept. Well, that and the combat style.
Not true. He was the head of an evil soda company.
Okay, so in this game, Ebony and Ivory suck. They're not strong. They used to be very powerful in 1 and 2. Kind of got bad in 3, but they weren't nowhere near as bad.
And they look like shit.
Worse in 5.
Well, that's because Ebony and Ivory were broken in 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, but also you'd think that they would keep them to be the same level of broken, if not just like tone them down a little bit.
And you'd think they would still make them look cool even still. They look terrible in this reboot.
Okay, it depends. If you have like alternate skins, they can look pretty good.
Right, what's up, right?
You can literally turn them to gold, and they look gorgeous. I'm being serious.
Yeah, but then it's not Ebony and Ivory. You just have 2 gold hand cannons. It's not really.
Well no, because then you have gold eagles, Mark 50s, or caution handlers.
Still, there were so many missteps with that reboot. Like
There was more than I can literally count 100 different mistakes. It was brilliant. I love the fact that you could just switch weapons using the D-pad. I thought that was quite helpful. What else is good?
You know what's not good? Color-coded enemies. that can only be defeated with the weapon tied to their color. That's not good.
No, that was actually... No, because actually that was a lot of fun. It made you think about what you had to... So I'm a fan of sophisticated combat. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love TTRPG... I love turn-based, but I also enjoy sophisticated, and it's why I glaze the combat so much, because it's so good. Like, having a neutral weapon type being Rebellion, yeah, that's lore accurate for Dante. Then having, what is it? Fuck, my brain's going, my brain's drawing blanks. Agia and, Aguila and, what is it? The fucking axe. My brain's drawing a blank right now. But
I remember he had what looked to be a scythe at one point.
Yeah, that's Agia, that's the scythe. That's the angelic scythe that his mother uses. Can't think of the stars off the top of my head. But on top of that, you've also got sticky darts, you've got a shotgun, you have so much.
Okay, whoa. That right there, that is a problem. That shotgun. In Devil May Cry 3, you get that on like level 2. In this reboot, you get that towards the end of the game. What the heck?
I know, but it's... Okay, in defense, it's broken. It works so well.
That's my thing. You shouldn't get it so late in the game to the point where it's irrelevant.
I agree. But also, like, it kind of makes sense because...
conversation than two men talking about butt stuff.
Stop.
Oh my god. But no, that's the thing though. I agree that you shouldn't have got it that late in the game, but it kind of made sense. You weren't even taking on Mundus. You needed it to unalive Mundus. That was the whole point of it. And yeah, I can see where Ninja Fairy will go in, and I also see where, was it Gearbox or Beanox?
I think it's Gearbox.
Beanox did the Spider-Man games.
Yeah, I know. I'm because I know that they've also done different projects as well.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand where Ninja Fairy and Gearbox were coming from with making this so OP because, well, all you really need is literally Air Hurricane and Charge Shot times 3. That's all you need. And even then, you basically get fucking upgrade points like out the wazoo. Especially if you're playing on hard difficulty, and even then, that's not a massive challenge. If you can overcome the health gate and then the fact that you unalive within 2 hits, you'll be fine. The game is easy enough to speedrun on Devil Hunter, Nephilim. Like, the game is easy to speedrun. And I should know this. I have gotten this. I have done a speedrun of this game twice over with a sub 2.5 hour
Thank
run.
you for the heart, me.
I literally got a sub 2.5 hour run, and I actually submitted this to leaderboards.com to see where I will be. Yeah, I was second in the entire world. So no, I'm trying to go for the game for a third time to see if I can get a sub 2 hour run.
I don't understand how one can trudge through misery like this.
Oh, no. See, like, I swap controllers every time I do a run of DMC.
Even so, story-wise, I was not fond of the... Okay, let's just be upfront. Even in the original DMC, Dante was kind of an asshole. But he was a cool asshole. He was that prick with a heart of gold.
He was a pizza-loving, pizza-tossing asshole.
Exactly, he's perfect. But in the reboot, he's a dick.
True. But also, when you think about it, he was a teeny bopper.
The dude was fucking heavy metal Justin Bieber.
Oh my god.
I don't like that. Yes. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
As you can tell, everyone, we are kind of arguing video games, and people get very passionate about their characters.
I'm sorry, but
we do.
I can no longer defend Dante as much as I have been because it's true. Like, his character sucked in the game, but like, I understand why people liked him.
It's not his fault though.
Oh no, well,
His childhood was kind of shitty.
yeah. Well, it's not that.
Blame the
Like,
people. Blame the people. There's nothing with the game.
I feel like the people that were making the reboot were a new set of cast that We're a new set of people. We're a new set of game developers and game designers that had never played the originals, and like for a first attempt, it wasn't a horrible game, but like it could have been a lot better. But,
You want to hear something funny?
What?
In the early stages of making the reboot, a lot of the concept art and the ideas.
We're at 50K likes. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm sorry, they're arguing about random shit, and I think it's amazing. So let's go.
50K and counting. Anywho, a lot of that early concept art was very close to those original games. Dante had white hair. He had a red gear that he wore that was reminiscent of what he wore in DMC 2. And they were very much going to reboot the idea, but they were going to keep it very close to the originals. You know whose idea it was to scrap all that and make it as different as possible? It wasn't Ninja Theory. It wasn't Gearbox. It was Capcom, the people who made the originals. They said, make it as different as you can. Do whatever. They gave them free reign. And that was a mistake.
Well, you see, that's the thing, though. Capcom have gone fucked up again because guess what? You know the new Resident Evil is going to be PS exclusively.
Ooh.
Exclusively. For at least 5 years.
No PC?
No PC, no Xbox. Literally just PS. I'm like, Capcom, you've been on a roll for a good couple of years. Don't fuck this up now, please, for the love of God.
They will. They always do.
Like, it wasn't until I realized that fucking... Because there's a James Bond game coming out. I'm actually really...
Yeah, it's made by the people who made Hitman.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm excited about. I'm also excited because I double-checked. Turns out that James Bond is also going to be on Xbox as well, which is great. So that's not going to be... So that's going to be fine. It's literally Resident Evil that I'm fucking scared about because I'm like, well, I love the games, but I'm not buying a PS5.
I suppose in 007, did you guys play GoldenEye back when you guys were kids?
Yes, and I have GoldenEye actually on.
That's old now.
Yeah, I'm not that old. I played Everything or Nothing. It had Pierce Brosnan and Willem Dafoe was the bad guy. Now that was cool.
Oh, I've played that game. That's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's not quite GoldenEye, but it did have its own badass co-op. I mean, yeah. All of the best James Bond games. James Bond doesn't have a great track record when it comes to video games, but some of the best have been Bloodstone and Quantum of Solace. Even though there's Quantum of Solace borrows a lot from Call of Duty.
If you're forgetting about Casino Royale, that was decent.
What the? Casino Royale didn't have a video game. It
did. I swear to God.
No, I'm telling you, Casino Royale does have. There are Casino Royale missions in Quantum of Solace. They folded it into that because they didn't have time to make a Casino Royale game, so they just carried over what they already did into the Quantum of Solace game. If you've seen footage of gameplay for Casino Royale, chances are you were looking at the game Quantum of Solace. But yeah, you're right, it is pretty cool. It does have its moments. What wasn't great, what could have been great and should have been great was the 007 Legends game. Like, just revisiting all of his classic missions from over the various years should have been a slam dunk, but it wasn't.
What game you will fix then?
What game would I fix?
Yeah, if you had the money.
As much as I don't like this game, Fallout 76.
Really?
Really, I hate it.
After like 3 years of working on it, it's not terrible, but it's still not the greatest game.
It's still fairly broken, still fairly unbalanced, but yeah. It's nowhere near as bad as what it once was, but it's still bad.
Oh my god! On release, it was so bad.
I know it was virtually unplayable.
Suck it, Todd Howard, with your "it just works" crap.
It doesn't work though. It never. Well, I say it never did. It barely did. Like 76 was to the point where people would just like, I spent $80 for this shite.
I feel
like,
sorry for the people who pre-ordered and like got that Fallout bag and the Nuke Cola.
No. I don't even feel sorry for them for that. I feel sorry for the motherfuckers that pre-ordered Starfield.
Oh. Yeah, because that was going to be the next big thing. That was supposed to be...
that was meant to be Bethesda's final big thing. But no, it turned out to be a pile of shite. Well, it wasn't actually.
It worked better than Fallout, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Which ain't much. It's not exactly a high bar to clear.
Like, it worked better than 76, and that's saying a lot. Especially when you think about how the game was on launch. Like, the one game I'm actually quite surprised that had a stable launch was Battlefield Hardline. That game had a very stable launch, very smooth. Minor bug changes, minor bugs and minor glitches, but, you know, like, relatively stable and actually quite good on solid launch. Battlefield 4 on launch day was absolutely, when it first came out, was absolutely dreadful. Like, BL4 was so fucking bad. Like, I had a decent PC at the time. I was running this shit on Steam thinking nothing of it, right? No. I think I had 6 crashes all in the span of like 2.5 hours of trying to play the campaign.
Battlefield has really fallen off in ensuing years, while Call of Duty's gone from strength to strength.
No, I don't like Call of Duty. It's kind of weak for me.
They're doing better than Battlefield. Just saying, in the last couple years, we've gotten Vanguard, Cold War, Black Ops 6, and Black Ops 7 is coming.
Don't mention Vanguard. It's like needles in the ears.
Okay, then Warzone.
Warzone is hot garbage, and it will be until the cheaters and hackers have been banned. Just because Treyarch, Activision, and Raven Software are saying that they're doing something doesn't mean that they are.
You'd rather they go the Nintendo route and just permaban everybody?
Yes, actually, that would be better. IP ban address everybody, genuinely. Because at least then it gives actual real players a chance to buy a new console, buy a whole new game, and everything like that. Like, if you are truly dedicated to Call of Duty, if you ever get IP ban, there's no saying what you're going to do. And the first logical thing that you would do is buy a new console, buy a new PC, and then rebuy the game.
That's not dedicated, that's obsessive.
I don't know where ours is then.
Still,
Yeah, really.
Put it back.
Same thing, though. There's no difference
I'll
with
be right back.
Alright. Like, there's no difference with COD fans. At all.
I want Banjo and Tooie in better graphics, high definition. I want my old-fashioned game to come back.
We ended up getting...
This conversation has definitely gone a spiral staircase in terms of topics.
It's good. Makes instant contact.
Oh yeah. Makes for very good
Our host
content.
hasn't said nothing for a while. He's still there.
Oh, he teacupped. They must be doing something. But yeah,
Spicy.
it's definitely been a lot of decent games. You mentioned like, what would you fix if you had the money to fix a video game? What game would you fix?
What game would I personally fix?
Mommy, do you want to come away with me, honey?
I'll be, Kingdom Hearts 1. I'll fix that one. it was way too easy, and the jump button and the camera were my worst nightmare at playing Kingdom Hearts 1.
That's a skill issue.
Trust me, no, dude. If you ask anybody, every remix stuff.
I've played all the Kingdom Heart games. It's genuinely just a skill issue. I had no problems with it. And I want a harder mode. Like, I want a next level hard mode in that game. Bring me the next hard mode. Demi, what about you?
What's that?
She already gave an answer. Yeah.
Hold on. If you had the money to fix a game, what game would you fix? Like a game that was unreasonably broken, unreasonably
She
bugged.
said Fallout 76.
2077.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk? It's not that bad. Like, anymore at least.
You said at the release.
Okay, fair actually. Okay, going by that logic then, AC Shadows. Like, the fact that it did not include parkour for Naoe or Yasuke, for the longest time, it took like 6, 7, 8 months to add them as a feature. Like, you pretty much had to travel with Naoe either on mount or on foot. You could not go up any rooftops. Nor could you use the rope swing. You couldn't do anything like that. Fucking Yasuke didn't either.
I'll make Left 4 Dead 3.
No.
I'll just pull all my money.
God, no. God, no.
Why?
I'm barely getting over my PTSD with the sirens in Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, that game was so much fun.
Oh, come on. It's a good game.
It's a good game, but like...
It's fun!
It may be... Okay, hold on. It's not fun when you've got a bunch of dickhead friends that want to kill you. Or unalive you.
Dude, that's what I loved about it. Like, alright, let's get my team. That's how you know how you have friends or not. Like, friends who are ready to Left 4 Dead 2 with you and see who your true friend is.
No, that's... Well... In some aspect, maybe. Like,
Left 4 Dead 2 wasn't that great.
No, it wasn't. Left 4 Dead 1 wasn't even that good, to be fair.
Sacrilege.
Number 2 is better.
No, it really wasn't. Left 4 Dead 2 wasn't bad, it just wasn't the best. Like,
oh, get out of here.
I'm being serious.
I mean, if I was given an unprecedented amount of money to hire the people I need, I would bring Evolve back. It's probably one of my favorite games.
That's fair.
We got one in the chat saying they'd fix Sunset Overdrive. Is that parkour game where you get health from soda?
I don't know. I never played it.
It wasn't really that broken, though. Some of the weapons were overpowered, but that's kind of expected. You're in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. I remember something like Fizzco or something. There was this soda that turned people into mutants.
Yeah, I don't know that game at all.
It was one of those Xbox One launch titles, exclusive to the platform, a big selling point.
With Unalive Rising 3, Rise Son of Rome.
Yeah. I love...
Forza Rising 2.
Let's say Fred Rising, okay? I love Fred Rising 3. That's the best one.
I would argue 2 is still the best.
Nah. Chuck is alright, but he is not Nick Ramos, man. Chuck is alright, but he's no Nick Ramos.
Okay, so then we're forgetting about Frank West.
Frank is the OG. You can't put him in this conversation.
That's what I mean, my dude. Like, Frank was the one that kickstarted the series. Frank was the one that made me fall in love with the games.
He also made the worst one, DR4.
You know, or yeah. We don't
know what game died for me? It's God of War. That game died for me. The last one was kind of weak sauce.
Ragnarok.
I tried to get into it. I like the characters. Story isn't plop. I mean, we get it. He's tired.
No, it's not even that. It's more or less the fact that they're trying to show that he's getting older and more wiser.
Yeah, the creator of God of War didn't like that. I think he quit the franchise, Runabout God of War 2, he said that he hated the fact that they changed Kratos, made him a more older, more reasonable dude, because that wasn't the character that he made. I I can agree from a point of view that, yeah, you changed my character without my permission and it's not what I would have done. I can see it, but to argue that the character was changed for the worst, not necessarily true. Because people do tend to get more
Because they want to make it more dad related. Like, okay.
Like in the consensus that they ended up making Kratos was more relatable but also unrelatable all at the same time. Like they made him more dad focused, and that was what people didn't want. They didn't want Kratos to be focused around Atreus. It was more of a case of that they wanted to see him bullying demigods and bullying gods basically. That was the whole point.
They wanted Kratos to be Kratos. They didn't want one long escort mission.
That's true. That's true.
Don't get me started with the son. He's so whiny and complaining.
I mean, to be fair, I just don't like the God of War games. I rather play Dark Souls. Not Dark Souls. What was the game you literally played as War?
Darksiders.
Darksiders.
Darksiders. I like
Darksiders
the
2 was
Darksiders
better.
games much more.
Darksiders 2
Darksiders 2 was the best of the series. Well,
Yeah.
that's debatable. Darksiders 3, I really liked playing as. I think it was War's sister.
Wasn't it
Yeah,
Wrath?
War Sister. Raft Sister.
Raph's, yeah.
Yeah.
Super fun character to play as. I just like those games overall. I don't know, the God of War games never like resonated with me.
Hey, in the comments talking about the Smash mini games and the God of War games. Those were kind of funny. I'm just saw like furniture falling and the whole bed shaking and shit. That was kind of fun. Also, I got a laugh out of when I saw that first God of War 4 trailer and I saw like Kratos has a kid and I'm like, Kratos has only one? We should have like 10 of them because of how many mini games there were.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's not Zeus.
True, but like he's bad enough, isn't he? Like he ended up unaliving his wife.
That was an accident.
Well, true, but still happened.
Yeah, and he regrets it. He is very regretful every day. You got that ashy skin to prove
Although
it.
I'm fucking with you.
To circle things back of broken characters, and all iterations of Link versus Cloud versus is one of my favorite fights, and then Vergil Sephiroth is a great fight.
Even Wind Waker Link.
Could have picked a.
Ooh, Link is too powerful, dude.
Yeah, and Link would still lose to Sora.
Yeah.
Zoro's too powerful. Okay,
But I think they actually gave the win to Link, and I don't think I would give that because Cloud is the only one that's been able to go toe to toe with Sephiroth.
Plus, he's crazy strong. You see that big ass sword he be carrying?
Link is broken. If you ever look at every feat that Link has done, both through like comics and video games, he's ridiculously strong. But I still don't think he could beat Cloud. And I think Unalive Battle actually gave the win to Link. I'd have to go back and look at it.
Yeah, we got a nice twink three-way going on. Hey.
And the funny part is, when Final Fantasy VII originally came out, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It actually took Remake and Rebirth to actually sell me on the game. My favorite Final Fantasy is either 6 or 9.
Yours only sad. I never played one of those games, but I know the characters. I never played the game. Never picked it up.
The one I played was Final Fantasy 13. I liked, not Cloud. What's this? Wait a minute. I think Light.
I kind of like Leon.
My brain's going to Squall, but it's not Squall.
That's 8.
Yeah.
What was her name? She had pink hair and this.
Lightning.
Yes, Lightning, because the next one was called Lightning Returns. Yeah.
The funny part is, in that game, I like the character that nobody likes. Hope is my favorite character.
I enjoy Hope, actually.
He's the least liked character in that entire game.
I know.
But I usually lean towards spellcasters to some degree, and his ability with spells was next level.
Is that the little kid that follows lightning around?
Yes.
Oh. That's...
She takes on almost like a mother role for him, yeah.
Wait, hold up. How can you not like Atreus but like that guy? They're kind of the same shtick. Atreus from God of War games, but you go with that guy.
Because
they're kind of the same dude.
God of War. I never said I don't even know who Atreus is.
They got the same relationship going on.
I'm sorry, you say Atreus, and all I can hear is Atreyu, and then all I can see is a horse getting sucked into the moat.
It's Kratos' kid. The kid following him around in the video game.
Is Kratos the main character?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you not like that? But yeah. Wait, dude dipped out?
Because I don't like God of War.
It's the same relationship, though.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, but one of these games I like, and one of these I don't.
The bias is real around
here. You even tried it?
I played the original God of War. It was awful.
And what you thought of it?
I just answered that. It was awful.
Oh my god.
You probably got stuck.
No.
Yeah, you did. You probably got stuck somewhere and it got frustrating and you put it away.
Honey, I speedrun Ninja Gaiden games. I promise you I didn't get stuck.
If you say so.
I want proof.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just go get my save file from the original God of War.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, but the latter, Jen in the comments is right. The latter games do get better. It does get better though. But you do got a lot of cool things that go on in that video game. From that first game, even in the beginning, the way the games begin is cool. That first one, you fight that big Hydra that comes out of the sea. The second one, you battle the Colossus of Rhodes. The third one, you take on Poseidon. It's just this building and building and building of stakes and like epic scale. And then the fourth one is you battle an ogre with a big log. Like
no, I don't know where my save slot cards are anymore. It's been so long.
Oh, damn. Y'all remember back in the day when we had to have memory cards?
Yes. That's what we were just talking about.
Those.
I think the GameCube PlayStation 1 was only take memory cards back then.
Those were the days. If you didn't have one, you were fucked. Because if you wanted to finish a game, you had to play the whole game that day.
Oh wait, what game was it? I think it was the 64. You gotta have that giant brick to save your memory.
What, the cartridge?
Yeah.
That was the game. I didn't know
as a kid growing up. Like, why am I game not saving? Why is my Abandon 2 not saving? And like, I didn't know you need that giant brick.
Yeah, but it was, you had to maintain that because it would get dust in it, and then you had to like blow and make sure it was good. Oh shit!
And if I know blowing is not a good thing. Blowing into your game cartridge is not a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Spit in there. Okay.
How do you write a song? How do you write a song about a historic founding of our nation?
You were so.
If you
with all due respect, Lin-Manuel Miranda has his moments. I liked Encanto and all that, but he's not what he used to be. Especially if that Carter 6 song is anything to go by. Elephant noises, really? Hamilton. No, I'm not mad about no Hamilton. He worked with Lil Wayne on his recent album, and holy shit.
Oh, you're talking about music. Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about music. It's just, I can't explain this, but Lil Wayne would like rap for a bit, and then out of nowhere,
I'm just amazed at the fact that he wrote about two separate instances in history where we have no information on what happened. No information. And he still was able to write 2 separate 5-minute songs explaining, hey, we have a gap in history. But here's what's speculated about what happened. Open. Quit being
And
Hi, Nagi. I love you, baby. Stay if you want. We've got
can
donuts and
always stay.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, it did. But then again, I mean, there's not much to say because it's Lin-Manuel Miranda, and the most I know about that guy is we don't talk about Bruno and Hamilton.
I don't get that reference.
There's this song in the movie Encanto. It's like we don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else completely different. Like, oh, okay, we don't talk about Bruno. No.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That family was fuck. That old lady, the grandma, that was the real villain. I don't care what anyone says. That was the real villain of that story.
Didn't you hear about the theory, like why the magic didn't work? Because she wiped her hands on her dress.
Not shit.
Have you seen that theory? It's the little girl wiped her hand on her dress, and when she did that, she wiped her magic off. That's the most retcon ever.
Yeah, it's got its moments. You know, it doesn't truly hold water in the context of the film, but like, you know, I can see where it would come
when
from.
did we get donuts? I want donuts.
That's your big takeaway from all this. From the last minute of conversation, the big takeaway is, wait a minute, where'd we get donuts? Wow.
She's hungry, dude. Let her eat.
Like, studies behind this shit, if you have a dog that you've had like since it was a puppy, and it has no dog friends, no dog relatives, it has no reference on how to behave like a dog, and the only things surrounding it are humans, it's not gonna behave like a typical dog. It's gonna behave like the people around it behave. Like, you know.
You tell me he's gonna get up and walk in 2 legs and start walking and say, hey, where's my cream donut?
No, I'm saying like, I mean, we don't know, maybe, but like realistically, I mean like he's not gonna like per se. He'll be more inclined to sleep inside because people sleep inside, and he'll want to be inside with the people. You know, he's not gonna do typical dog things because he doesn't know what typical dog things are.
I don't know about that. You can't take the animal of the dog, dude.
Yes, there are some basic instincts you just can't shake, but you know, there are like things that he will pick up from people. Animals are very observant and shit.
Yeah. Thumb action. And I gotta use my pointing finger.
Oh, you were like, I gotta change my finger. I thought you meant like some Frankenstein. You got your fingers floating in jars, and you got like, oh man, this finger's starting to fall apart. Let me get it.
Hey. My free time's none of your business.
All right. Keep your finger collection to yourself. None of my business.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Yeah, because people typically are expecting you to say bless you or, you know, excuse me or something, excuse you or something like
Yeah,
that.
this guy's a case. This guy, he went to school.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Demi, I want to tell you, there was a while back, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, you were definitely shadow banned. I know this much. You were, yeah, you were definitely shadow banned a couple of weeks ago because normally, like now, it would take a few minutes after the live starts before I get a notification that the live is on. But there were days, like, there was like a good 5 or so days where I got no notification at all, and I had to like stumble across the live. I was just scrolling. So yeah, that was a.
Sometimes I can't tell when she comes live or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a period of time, like a couple of weeks ago, where you were definitely shadow banned. 'Cause, you know.
TikTok.
Hey, it is what it is. It does be that way sometimes.
And that's why I tell all of you that enjoy talking and chit-chatting and whatever to come on over to my Twitch, because I'm slowly...
I know, I gotta make a Twitch account. Then I can follow you on there. I want to follow you on Twitch. I just like, I'm too lazy to set it up.
Yeah. Chocolate
she
with
loves
chocolate
that.
frosting. That's too much chocolate right there. That is too much chocolate for a donut.
I can't do chocolate. Chocolate's the worst for me. Ugh.
Like if you're gonna have chocolate on a donut, you need to offset it with something else, like vanilla or peppermint, something. You know, you can't just have chocolate on chocolate. It's too rich.
It's too chaos.
Yeah.
Is that the wrong word?
Chaotic, yes.
If you were a donut.
If I was a donut, what donut would I be? I don't know. It's probably just plain vanilla with some sprinkles.
That's it? You'd be so plain?
Yeah, I'd be so plain. The sprinkles would be that, you know, that bit of spice in me. You know, like just, yeah, that's the little bit of color you got on me. Like just vanilla with like, you know, just a regular donut, layer some melted vanilla on it, and put some sprinkles on it. You know, not generic like a chocolate donut with sprinkles or nothing, but you know, I got some color to me.
I'll be one of those donuts where full of stuff. And when you bite me, you think you're gonna get something sweet, but you're gonna get something spicy.
So you're gonna be a donut stuffed with paprika?
Yes.
Okay. First it was
I'm very
pineapples on
complicated.
pizza, and now it's paprika in donuts.
Ew. Pineapple pizza. Ugh.
Thank you. Common sense prevails.
We're gonna fight. Man of the Moon, unless you've tried my pizza, you don't get to say that anymore.
I'm sorry. Pineapple on pizza doesn't belong. It's like people who like broccoli on their pizza.
It always circles back to the pineapples at the end of the day. It is the eternal divisive debate. The thing that if humanity is going to be split in half by anything, it will not be some great tragedy. It'll be the great debate of whether or not fruit should be on foods.
I can see that happening. It already is.
Well,
Alrighty, everyone. I gotta take care of some stuff and get ready for my other live. So I want.
Oh, come on. We're almost there.
We're at 74K likes. You can get to 75 before I finish talking.
Yeah, please.
We got 5 people in here. 216 have come through, which is a really low number. 74K likes, which we hope to see hit 75K before the live ends. I want to thank my gifters. Thank you so much I want to thank my tappers and my sharers. I absolutely appreciate it. And as always, you can find me at Glitched Reality for flashes and all they're cracked up to be. Have a great night.
You're gonna live with me.
the disrespect.
Meow.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.